As humans, we all feel emotions. The anger we felt when our toast got burned in the morning, the anxiety we felt about the test coming up, and the stress of having too much to do. It is commonly accepted that our surroundings and the situations around us dictate how we feel. But what if I told you can actually, to a certain extent, control your emotions? Yo, what is up? It is Wolfalicious, the alpha wolf on life advice, and here today I have probably one of the most important advice ever given to man, that you can actually control your emotions. Without further ado, let's begin. So you're probably thinking to yourself in your head, this guy's full of poop. I can't control my emotions. That just... I don't blame you one bit. I actually used to think that way too until I saw it in real life for myself. A prime example of this are called tranquilizers. You know, the ones they use in hospitals to sedate patients, or the ones used in anxiety medications. It's commonly known that these medications prevent people from getting anxious or relieve stress. However, a first assertion was that emotions are controlled by our environments. So do sedatives change our environments at all? No, they simply tone down our response to the environment. This shows that we aren't controlled by our environment. Our stress, anxiety, and other emotions are our responses to our environment. If you still aren't convinced, let's take a look at another example. Say you're practicing a speech for a big class presentation. If you're like most people, you'd probably be nervous if you stood up in front of your class. However, if you were just practicing, you wouldn't be nervous at all. Now say you were practicing with a blindfold. I know why you'd be doing this, but let's just say you were. If suddenly your entire class were teleported in front of you silently, but you didn't know it, would it really make a difference to you? No. You'd still assume that you were all alone and present the presentation completely relaxed. It's simply the way you respond to the situation that dictates your stress and your anxiety. By now you'll either believe me or want to click off the video. If you want to click off the video, now would be the time, because at least I got 50% of your watch time. If you are, however, even the slightest bit convinced that this might just be true, I recommend staying for the entire video, trying out what I'm about to show you for yourself, and see whether it helps you. Let's get to the meat. How do you stop your stress and your anxiety? What I'm about to show you has been used by countless actors, public speakers, and successful CEOs that were first nervous and anxious but now have no trouble with their stress and anxiety. The most effective way to stop any sort of stress or anxiety about anything is to, number one, recognize that it is your response, not the situation or the stimuli that's causing your reaction. Number two, understanding that all you have to do is not respond. That's it. That's all it takes. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, it's not the end of the video. I do have a little more to share with you. I think by now, most of you understand number one, but number two is the hardest part to do, unless you carefully listen to what I'm about to say right now. You ready? Cool. Not responding is simply doing nothing. Let me repeat that. Not responding to a stimuli is simply not doing anything. Don't try to fight the urge to respond to the stimuli, nor do you put a ton of effort into doing nothing. You simply do nothing and ignore all the alarm bells that go off every time you are in a certain situation. Let's just say you get stressed out every time your mother or your father yells at you. Instead of reacting and getting stressed, simply do nothing. Let your mother and father yell their heads off. I mean, listen to what they're saying. I'm sure they're yelling at you because you did something wrong, but don't get stressed out. Let them curse and scream, let them do whatever they want, but you just sit there and relax. Like, listen to what they're actually saying, but don't get all stressed up, hyped up about, oh, they're yelling at me, you know, and I'm just gonna freak out. No, just relax. Remember, relaxing isn't fighting or trying super hard not to do something. It's simply doing nothing and letting what may be, may be. Now, this may be difficult to do sometimes if you're used to just reacting with stress and anxiety to something for a long period of time. Over time, you develop that ingrained response. So what can you do about this? Can do here is delay your stress and or anxiety. So here's what I'd recommend. If you, let's just say your mom starts yelling at you because you kicked the cat or whatever. The first 30 seconds of your mom's tirade, stay completely relaxed. Don't do anything. Don't get stressed. Just relax. Let your mother scream her face off for that first 30 seconds. What you're gonna find out that if you just try relaxing for 30 seconds over and over again, eventually you won't be able to get stressed out by your mother yelling at you. It's basically doing the same thing as not responding. You're just delaying it so that your habit of being stressed is broken. Now, the thing with this technique is that it is easy to get super worried about whether you're doing it right or whether or not it will work or any of that. It used to happen to me. I'd try so hard to relax that I actually ended up getting more stressed than I should have been. If that happens to you, I'd recommend not reacting to the anxiety. That means while you're practicing your relaxation to your mother yelling at you, accept it and continue to not react. Do not react to the stress. Just let the stress be there and continue to relax as best as you can. And remember, it's okay to mess up. You are going to mess up while you get to your goal of being a more relaxed human being. So just accept that you're going to mess up a couple times and it's okay to mess up. Okay. Now, for those of you that are super extra ambitious, super extra ambitious, that is now a new word. I'd recommend a 30-minute relaxation session every day in which you practice doing absolutely nothing. This should help you relax in stressful situations much better and easier. Another troubleshooting advice, let's just say you do really good with this technique and then you start to backstep in your progress. Like you were doing super good and then you started getting worse and getting more panic. Number one, do not panic and think that the technique isn't working for you. The truth is, your progress to becoming a more relaxed human being isn't going to be a straight path. Like I just said, you are going to mess up sometimes, and that is fine. That does not mean you aren't progressing. That just means that you're either one, trying too hard, or two, you're focusing on the times you failed during this technique. For number one, we already covered how to deal with this. Just relax. Don't try as hard. With number two, if that means you just keep thinking about the times you failed, here's what I'd recommend. Instead of remembering all the times you failed with this technique, remember all the times you succeeded. Remember how you made it happen, what you felt, what you were thinking at the time, what you were focusing on. All of this will help you actually do much better in those stressful situations, and you will start to relax. Trust me, it'll happen automatically as it does with me today. So as you can see, you now have everything to start becoming a more relaxed human being. And by the way, any person can use this technique and make it work for them. I've seen people who were so anxious that they had trouble speaking in social situations make this work for them. I've seen stutterers stop stuttering and be able to speak and complete sentences fluently using this technique. So if these people can do it, so can you. Now 90% of the people who watch this video are gonna watch this and then go back getting stressed out about their lives and do absolutely nothing with this information. However, for the 10% that are actually going to use this technique to become more relaxed and free from their stress and anxiety, start taking action now. I recommend watching this video once a day for 3 weeks, just so that you get this stuff ingrained in your brain. Also, start your 30-minute relaxation session now, and within 3 weeks, you're going to start to notice some changes in the way you handle your stress. If this video helped you out, be sure to hit a like and subscribe for more helpful videos like this. And if you know someone who's struggling with stress and anxiety, be sure to send this to them. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and go be awesome. Peace!